friends and YouTubers. This is Kurt, and welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Well, guys, we're back in here in my basement arcade for another arcade game video for you. Now, I've had a number of viewers ask me, how do we go about setting up our dueling arcade videos that you see on my channel? I'm actually going to show you. My friend Les Slick is here as well. He's the one that does most of my competitions down here. I play with Les Slick. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how we actually set up the two machines that you see in the videos that we actually have on our Dueling Arcade videos. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and spin around here, and I'm actually going to show you how we have the two machines set up. Now both machines that we have down here use the same computer to run both machines. Okay, that's one of the main things when you have a setup like this. All my arcade machines like these use the same computer pretty much to run them. They run on the same, same hardware, same graphics cards. Everything's the same to make sure they're as even as possible. Now, the next thing you have to do is you have to determine what emulator you're going to use. Now, it's very important on these that you try to use the same emulator that we have. And I'm going to show you the emulators that we're using that when we play our machines down here and how we go about selecting them. Okay? Now, on your screen here, you're going to see on the screen here, we both have emulators that we're running. Now, he's going to start his up. And we both have the same emulators. Now, when we start up the emulators, what I'm using on these arcade machines is I'm using the main UI FX32 0.175 13th anniversary edition, July 3, 2016. He is using exactly the same emulator on his as well to run the games. It's very important that the emulators be the same to make sure everything's consistent when you're doing a competition down here as well. It makes it a little more easier to work with too as well. And that's another thing. All my arcade machines have the same, they all run the same emulators. So that's one of the things, whether it's my bar top arcade machines or the cocktail table machine, they all run the same emulators. Now, all the games that we have here, this is the second part that's important. You're going to see on both the machines here, we have game list menus. These are all the different games that we play. Now, for example, if we're going to play Frogger, what we would do is we would go to Frogger. Okay, now on Frogger, you're going to see there's a thing that we make sure that whatever ROM set we're using, like for Frogger, that they both match. So if I have Frogger Sega Set 1, he has Frogger Sega Set 1 on his as well. It makes sure that by having the same ROMs and everything too, it makes sure that it's as consistent as it can be to basically having dueling arcade machines, which is one of the things that's really important. Other games, we've had down here, like we've had some other competitions and things down here. We've had Satan's Hollow and some other things as well too. Now, once we have the actual games picked out, like we'll start Frogger just to show you. We actually start the game, and then it's going to bring up Frogger, and now we're basically ready to go. And you're going to see that both machines basically run the same way. Now, I've had a number of people ask me, like with the machine that Lester plays with the Cabaret. Even though the Cabaret has a smaller screen, does it resolution and everything work just fine? It does. The MAME actually scales it down proportionally with the screen you're having. So even if you have a larger screen or a smaller screen, MAME does a great job scaling it down to make it basically run at the same speed on both cabinets. And then basically at this point, then we would just start up a game and we would have our dueling arcade competition. So now you know how we go about setting up a dueling arcade videos down here in my basement arcade. Okay, guys, I wanted to thank you, by the way, again, for tuning into the Kurt's Place channel. I also want to mention to you, too, now, that I do have merchandise now available on my channel as well. Let me show you the clock and everything I have on the wall here, too. I just put this down in the game room. I'm going to show it to you. Let's just say hi to our YouTubers out there. And Les just got videos on my channel right now with this Corvette and things too. This is one of the newest additions I have to the game room down here. It's my the Kurt's Place channel clock down here. Now, if you want to check out my merchandise for the Kurt's Place channel, just look at the under the description. I actually use Zazzle.net to sell my merchandise. You can actually click on that store and check out all my new merchandise. I have keychains and coffee mugs, all sorts of fun things in there. Alright guys, so now you know how we go about setting up the arcade machines when we do our dueling arcade videos. As you can see, they're both running the same game. Alright guys, and I'm going to try to have some more dueling arcade videos coming up as well. Right now I have one currently up right now, but I'm going to be adding more as well as time allows. Alright guys, so this is Kurt, my friend Les Slick, saying thank you again, by the way, for watching another video here on the Kurt's Place channel, and we hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye guys, have a nice one. See you next time.